Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Hammer. Today is Monday, September 30th, 2024. I have course with Originator Success here with your daily rate lock commentary. Sorry that threw me off. It was a call coming in. Anyway, this is your daily mortgage rate update coming to you on Monday, September 30th. Remember, you can join me live each and every weekday morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, broadcasting to you on Facebook and on YouTube. If you're here live, say good morning. If you're watching on the replay, go ahead and give me a hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know that you were here. Let Facebook and YouTube know that you were here. Don't forget to smash that like button, tag an hello friend, share us in a group. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, click that thumbs up, maybe do the notification bell thing. Remember, if you'd like a free email lock advice to your inbox each and every weekday morning, you can get that at www.ratelockadvice.com. You can also sign up for our text alerts if you'd like to be reminded or let you know by phone that what's going on in your texts. We send out a morning alert, an afternoon alert, alerts when we think there's concern of a reprice, especially reprice worse. You can check those out at www.ratetextalerts.com. You can get reminded that I'm going live if you'd like at www.hmmr.io/reminder. And last but not least, check us out at originatorssuccess.com. Find out how we help you get loans from Google and social media. All right. So first and foremost, yes, all. Thank you so much for all the people that have been checking in on us. Western North Carolina got absolutely obliterated with this Helene hurricane. I'm up at 3,500 feet. Water flows downhill. So I did have my redneck retaining wall, which hurt my ego more than my yard. I'm going to spend some money and some time fixing that. That failed. I didn't have enough drainage. Nobody was prepared for 2 feet of rain. Hydrostatic pressure is no joke. I should have prepared more to channel the water away so it didn't build up pressure behind the wall. But anyway, Asheville, North Carolina, Chimney Rock, places that I have all been. Asheville's a half an hour from me. It is absolutely devastated. Our highways getting in and out are bad. My house, though, is unaffected. It remains okay. I had invested in a full home generator earlier in the year, and that came in clutch. I had electric. I did my live on Friday morning, even though the power was out in most of the area. Even though I got my new fiber optic internet. I was so excited about that. The company that provides that, their main headquarters is in Asheville and was by a creek. So I'm assuming is underwater. That internet has been totally obliterated. I'm assuming their entire server cluster and everything's been washed out. It'll probably be weeks before there's internet coming from there, but I still have Starlink. So I'm blessed at home that my family is safe. I have a freezer full of food, cars full of gas, all different things. So it absolutely has. People have been asking me how they can donate or give. Other than the Red Cross, I'm really not that aware. We're having a hard time with local stuff because the cell service is wiped out. And I don't want to spend too much time on this. As you see, I'm in a hotel that is not because I've been displaced. It's because I'm in Austin, Texas for a group mastermind to help me grow Originator Success and Hammer Solutions, our parent company. So I need to get down there and get to that. But where I was, my family is safe, or else I wouldn't have left. I couldn't fly out of Asheville Airport. That airport is actually no flights have gone in or out in days. I had to drive down to Atlanta. Again, these are pretty, not bad problems. I had to drive 3.5 hours to Atlanta instead of taking my little puddle jumper plane. I mean, these are not big problems. Keep everybody in your hearts. I do know my wife has friends. I don't know them, but she knows them who've lost houses, literally floated down the river, lost them. We know somebody who has family member who was washed away and is considered to have been, passed. There's a lot of people who lost their lives. This is not Florida. We don't usually get evacuation orders at 2,500 feet above sea level, but the water came down the mountain so fast, flooded everything with a creek or river or convergence of rivers washed. And it wasn't even just flooding. A lot of areas in Asheville near the river have had flooding before. It was the fact that the rivers came in raging and just tore buildings apart, tore roads out. It will be years and billions of dollars. Some places will not recover. It's just the reality. So, but yes, I'm blessed. My family is safe. My son and future daughter-in-law who live down in the lower end of town, they were okay. They have no cell service, but Everyone is good. My other daughter, who's in Charlotte, lost electric for a while, but she's good. Everyone is good. I feel very blessed, and I appreciate all the people that have been reaching out to me. As you guys see us, Asheville made the Wall Street Journal, front page of the Wall Street Journal, as far as the devastation. It is terrible. I've seen some of it firsthand. A lot of it I've seen, like many of you, over social media. So anyway, let me get into why we're here today. Again, thank you so much. But again, I am safe. My family is safe. My house is safe. I am very blessed. And we will be contributing as much as we can, time, energy, money, to help those around us, as we have been already. But as we get through, I'm sure my tractor will get a lot of use helping neighbors and things like that. So yeah, Lee, I get you, man. I have people. The other thing too is, what I'd really like to see is a difference in insurance laws in North Carolina. Insurance can be extremely expensive, but you can't even get what's called change of circumstance insurance in North Carolina. So people that have lost homes may not, because it was a natural disaster, they may, but some people may not get reimbursed. So it's crazy. Anyway, thank you so much for all of you. There's 35 of you on, many of you asking how we're doing. So again, just keep everybody in your thoughts. And those who've asked on how they can help, I'll let you know if I find things that are more, we've been, again, just things, be prepared even for the unprepared. Things that I was very happy to have that I didn't actually think are a big deal. I keep cash in my house in a safe. So when all the credit cards and the cellular service has gone down, people can't take credit cards. So we've gone back to a cash society. Don't give up that cash so easy. I always keep cash on me. I always have cash at my house. My kids know to keep cash. That's always been a thing of mine, and I'm glad that it is. We've been able to help other people that we know that didn't have cash on hand. We've been able to give them cash so that they can get things and get the supplies and food, because everybody is cash and carry right now, and the ATMs were out like that because, of course, no one's replenishing them. And so just keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that in mind. So Allison said we didn't get power until 3:30 p.m. in Sapphire. Yeah, I mean it's I don't know what day, Allison. Like, again, but anyway, let me keep going, y'all. I do want to kind of get everything here. So again, thank you all for joining me today. I do appreciate it. Thank you for caring about me. I probably should post something that I'm doing well, because a lot of people are reaching out now that it's making it national on how bad the area is. My neck of the woods, Maggie Valley, Waynesville, we did get hit hard, but not nearly as bad as Asheville. And because we had flooding and some people, we did have a lot of property damage, but Asheville has gotten totally annihilated because of the speed of the water. Where I play roller hockey, where I broke my leg, that rink destroyed. I don't know if what they'll have to do to bring it back. Like the bleachers were torn out, the boards were broken, the scoreboard's leaning, the buildings that's next to it, like crazy stuff. Usually it would flood and then you clean it when you're done. It's the fact that there was so much water, the speed of the water is very devastating. Water is a tremendously powerful force. So as far as where we're at today, rate sheet should actually be very similar to Friday. Right now, mortgage-backed securities down about 8 basis points to start the day. I'll flip on the screens in a minute. We're down a few bips. They've recovered from overnight weakness, the lowest levels. But this, I'm not really worried about where we start today, because we got a lot of data going on this week. So rate sheets today should be about the same as Friday, not really too far. Reprice risk on the day is low today. However, remember, tomorrow we're going to get JOLTS data. You got a lot of Fed speakers, so there's going to be a lot of activity before rate sheets come out. If you got loans closing in less than 15 days and you're worried about them, at any point, lock them. I mean, that's just the reality. If you're worried about those loans, what I'm hoping is that as we go through the week, the jobs data shows the labor market's continuing to weaken. At least we see the signs that the labor market is continuing to weaken. That should give us a bit of a boost. Right now, the expectation of a Fed rate cut is still a 1/4 point in November, a little more than a 1/2 point. I'll show you the charts in a minute, but overall, as far as the outlook goes, I mean, could we see improvement this week? It's fingers crossed. There is nothing guaranteed. Now, if the loan, today's September 30th, right? So if you got a loan closing second half of October and November, I wouldn't be locking, because even if we don't get a great report, we're not going to see rates go up much from here. And I know a lot of people panicked because everybody wanted to see rates drop after the Fed meeting. I felt that we would see rates drop more after the Fed meeting. We didn't get that. So when we got the opposite and rates crept up a little bit, it freaks you out, and everyone was like, no one wants to see rates move higher. But overall, when we look at Mortgage News Daily, when you look at your rate sheets, you should have seen rates move up even at the worst level, an eighth of a point in rate. I mean, come on, folks, an eighth of a point in rate. We're freaking out because rates moved up an eighth of a point. Hello? Aren't we the same folks that just came through where rates hit 8% at one point last October? They were at like 7.5%, 8%. So why are we freaking out, right? Rates will continue to move lower. It's going to be in small increments, fits and starts. Even if the jobs data comes in weak, we're going to see rates improve a little bit, not tremendously. But as we get through into the end of the year, rates are going to continue to move lower. They're not going to step down. And you know what? This is probably the healthiest way to see rates move lower because consumers, you're going to need to get them off the fence, but at least we're not going to have EPOs and things like that. So anyway, my advice is the same that it has been. Cautiously float anything closing the next couple of weeks. If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen, right? Lock these loans. I don't care that we've lost a little bit of pricing or even lost an eighth of a point in rate. How terrible is that really? I mean, come on, right? So, yes, hindsight's always 2020, and the crystal ball works because it's curved and you can see behind you. That's the only reason that we have. Nobody knew. I'm disappointed that we didn't get a better reaction after the Fed meeting. I really did think we'd see rates move lower after the dust settled last week, but they kind of returned. But they were still, very much in the scheme of things. I'm going to go ahead and flip to my other screen, show you all what we got here. Again, mortgage-backed securities down 9 basis points, 10-year treasury yield 3.77. This one you'll notice right here back on, what day was this? Tuesday. Let me do this so that I hate when it shows. All right, so right here on Tuesday, would you see on this? Let me see if I can get it to, hold on a minute. Okay, see this green candlestick right here? That was when we broke above. Now remember, this is yield, not pricing. So we broke above that. Now it's a resistance level. We haven't been able to break down below it again. You want to see the 10-year break below this 25-day moving average once again. But we're going to need to see some help. Maybe the JOLTS data tomorrow morning, maybe not until Friday's BLS jobs report. But we're looking to see that happen. If it does worsen, we've got support up here at about 3.86 right now, about 9 basis points higher for the 10-year treasury yield than where we're at. Mortgage-backed securities, so take a look here. Normally, I don't like to put a lot of credibility in the 25-day moving average. It's not a tremendously strong support or resistance level. However, we broke below it here, but then bounced back above it. Today, we started below it, but even now have bounced back above it. 101.26 is right here at that 25-day moving average. So even though we started the morning below it, I think we'll break above it. And I think it will hold as a support level. Again, this is pricing. So when we go below it, it's bad compared to the 10-year treasury yield where we want to go below it because we want the yield to drop. Take a look here at Friday's movement. We saw a little bit of worsening in the morning, and then we improved through the afternoon and really held the gains through the day. This morning was overnight trading, the weekend. So you've got other markets. You see a big move, but we've improved since then. A little bit of a loss here, but not really that bad. Just kind of that normal drifting type trading that we're seeing. So let's go ahead and spend a little time looking at this stuff. So right now, let me refresh it, see if it's changed. Fed futures right now showing, see, it's even gotten a little bit more, 60% expectation that we're only going to go to a quarter point rate cut for November at the November meeting, which is, over a month away. It's 5 weeks away now. So only a 40% expectation that we would see a half a point rate cut at that meeting. But December, there's an expectation that we would see another big rate cut. So, because right now we're at 4 3/4, that would take us to 4.5, and then markets are pricing in that December will bring a bigger one. Remember, November 7th is after the election, so we can argue about politics playing a role, but it won't play a role in the Fed's decision-making process. Some people did accuse the Fed of making the half-point move because of politics. I don't agree with that. But right now, the expectation, if we see this continue to drop down and an expectation of a bigger rate cut come, we would see that if we get weak labor data this week. If that happens, we may see bonds react positively. Again, we're not going to see huge improvements, but we're also not going to see them get worse from here. Rates aren't going up significantly. And no, going up an eighth of a point is not significant. I mean, even at the best level, 6.11 and 6.21, it was up. I mean, that's less than an eighth of a point. An eighth of a point is 0.125, it's 0.13, right? And this is 0.11. I mean, using Mortgage News Daily as a reference point, seriously, come on. We're still better off than where we were here at the beginning of the month of September, but just barely. And, I mean, so keep that in mind as far as where we're at. Again, thank you all for keeping me in your thoughts and my family. Everyone is safe. My family is safe. I am in Austin, Texas. Take a look at this view. Let's see if I can give you guys a decent, let's get the sun to, there you go. So pretty cool. I've never been to Austin, Texas before. So, but I'm going to get down there and get to it. Y'all have a fantastic day, my friends, and I will see you later. I'll definitely be with you all week. So thanks for joining me. Appreciate all of you. I'll read through your comments later. Again, thank you for all your well wishes. Hope this helped you today. Have a fantastic day, my friends. Bye-bye.